Well, the second month on TRT, I ended up starting to take an AI because I thought that that's what I needed to do. And things started to get worse.
Welcome to this channel. I am Dr. Steven de Vos, the lifting dermatologist, and this is my bro science hunting partner Danny Bossa. If you want to learn more about the most cutting-edge science-based information in the world of hormone optimization, please like and subscribe.
Click the bell button to get notified.
I also invite you to join my other YouTube channel, The Lifting Dermatologist. The link you can find in the description of this video. Hello everyone, welcome to the video. As a follow-up from the previous one, where Danny Bossa did his my first month on TRT testimony, here's my 2 months on TRT. Go ahead, Danny.
So 2 months on TRT. By the second month, I could say that I started feeling the signs of things are on the right track. Libido was going up, erection quality was going up, erection strength was going up. My sleep was getting really good. And it wasn't even just that it was good sleep, but I would fall asleep quicker. I would hit my pillow and literally 10 minutes later, I was out cold and I would sleep the whole night. I wouldn't have to wake up, go to the bathroom, anything like that. I'd wake up the next morning, very refreshed, feeling great. My mood was better. My energy levels were better. Was it due to the sleep that I was getting? A much deeper, much more restful sleep and longer sleep, perhaps. I'm sure the testosterone has had an effect there. But I did notice that the progress was still relatively slower than I thought it would have been. I thought that by 2 months on TRT, taking 200 milligrams a week of an injectable, I thought that I'd be like going at the gym and getting stronger. I didn't think it was going to be like taking a cycle, but I thought that having gone from such low levels that I started, I was like at 220. And now I was up like in the, 1400s, 1500s. I figured that with that kind of difference of testosterone levels, that I would see this huge difference in the way I felt, my performance in the gym, libido, and all these other types of stuff. And it was just these small improvements every day, just this little bit. So after the first month, I started feeling some stuff. And then by the second month, I was feeling even better, but it was a really gradual, really slow process. And by that time, I started questioning if what I was doing was the best thing to be doing. And I started wondering if maybe there were things that I should be adding. And I started questioning that if what I was doing was really the best way. So I started getting on the forums and started asking more questions, so on and so forth. And back then I had no idea about estrogen or E2 or all these kind of things or AIs. And I started reading up a lot about this stuff. And at the time, most of the stuff I was reading were people saying, well, you got to take an AI, 200 milligrams a week of testosterone, you're going to aromatize a lot, your estrogen levels are going to go up. And that's going to have a negative effect on your protocol. So I had to convince my doctor that I needed an AI, because I said, 200 milligrams a week, this is a good dose that I'm taking here. I'm probably going to need this stuff. And they very hesitantly prescribed it to me because around here, it's just not really done. And I saw a couple of doctors around this area, and they don't really use this stuff here as much as they do in the US. So they gave that to me. And then I was kind of convinced that, okay, I'm going to be controlling my estrogen now. And I'm sure with this 1/4 milligram of Arimidex twice a week, my E2 should fall in that magical range of 20 to 30 that everybody says. And, and that's where it should be. And I'll feel better. And then I was like, hey, what else are people doing? Okay, they're taking DHEA, they're taking pregnenolone. Okay, so, they start at 25 milligrams. Okay, so I'm gonna add my 25 milligrams of pregnenolone, of DHEA. And then they were saying 50 milligrams of pregnenolone. So I started getting some of that. So I threw that into. And then I was looking through my labs and just trying to figure out, like, okay, what else is off? And I saw my vitamin D was like, it was in the normal range, but it was still kind of on the lower side. So I said, okay, let me throw in 5,000 IUs of vitamin D. So now my vitamin D levels should be good. I'm backfilling the pathways, like some of these doctors used to say, which we kind of know now is not. Well, I guess it depends who you ask, but I don't know if I really buy into it. Adding the DHEA, adding the pregnenolone, controlling estrogen. And then I was convinced that by the end of my second month, things were really going to start to improve, because now I'm doing all the stuff that these forums were saying I should. And honestly, I started, everything started to degrade. I wasn't waking up in the morning wood. My libido was starting to suffer. I would lie in bed before going to sleep, sometimes an hour, 2 hours, and just not falling asleep. Mood was off. It just wasn't restful. I didn't really feel like doing much. And I remember my joints, especially this shoulder, my right shoulder, was just aching. I'd go to the gym and it would always hurt. I wasn't sure why. And then people were saying, maybe you're crash theory too. And I went to get it measured and it was like at 32. And they said, maybe you need more of an AI, because the magic range is 20 to 30 and you're at 32. So then I said, okay, well, let me take, 3 times a quarter milligram of Arimidex, a quarter milligram of Arimidex 3 times a week. And maybe that'll get me into that magical range that everyone needs to be in. And as soon as I got into there, like, libido was gone, erections were gone. My body started to ache. I didn't sleep. I felt miserable. Everybody told me that I needed to keep doing this for a while. It takes time for the body to adjust, just like when you start TRT, you got to wait for everything to balance out. Frankly, I stuck with that for a few months, and things really didn't improve. I mean, later on, I know this video is supposed to be like for 2 months, but I'm talking about what I started doing at the end of that 2 months. Later on, I ditched all that stuff. I went back to basics. I stopped blocking estrogen. I got rid of everything. I just took the test. Guess what? Everything started to improve across the board. And I learned to just add one thing at a time. I never touched an AI after that. I added the DHEA. Pregnenolone doesn't work with me, but DHEA does. Even vitamin D, I get weird issues with that. So if you guys are getting to that 2 month period and you're like, I'm starting to feel better, but I'm not feeling the way everybody says we're supposed to be feeling. So I must need to add, there must be something else I'm supposed to be adding. And that's kind of what happens for a lot of guys I'm seeing in the group when they hit about the 2 month mark is, I'm taking a proper dose and I'm doing daily injections and I'm not blocking my estrogen. So why am I not feeling the way some of these internet gurus online say I should be feeling? And trust me, I am no internet guru at all. This is what you're supposed to know about TRT. I know like that much, like just a little, like I know nothing. Okay, I'm a retard. Don't even listen to what I'm saying. I don't know anything, right? I'm just sharing my experience. And I just share some of the stuff I pick up little by little that I see seems to work. And I just, if it can help you guys, great, but don't take my advice. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a physician. All right, make that clear. So I just see a lot of people saying, it's been 2 months. I'm taking, 200 milligrams a week and I'm not blocking my estrogen, but I'm not feeling the way some of these internet gurus say I should feel if my protocol was really dialed in. And then you start getting obsessed with the numbers and you start looking at your labs and saying, okay, but this number is here and that number is there. And maybe here I am a little bit lower than the middle of the range. And I know I should be higher. So maybe I should add this. And you start complicating the crap out of everything. And I assure you guys, that's when everything is going to go bad. It's just going to go bad. Like, don't do it. Just have faith that this process takes some time. If you're going to add anything, like I said in past videos, you say, I want to add some DHEA. DHEA is great for libido, great for erections. In most people, in some guys, they'll break out in zits. If I bump mine up to 50, I bumped mine up to 50 just the last 2 weeks, and I'll get more pimples. I get pimples on my arms. I get, my arms now are covered in crap. And my back is. I haven't really seen that much of a difference. Probably going to go back to my 25. Start by taking one thing. Give that one thing enough time to take an effect, see what effect it has, and then assess. Do I feel better on this stuff or do I feel worse? If you feel better, give it some time. It's okay. I consistently feel better on this stuff. I can maybe now experiment with something else and see what effect it has. If you add everything at once, you'll have no idea which one of those things was causing either the good or the bad. Okay, so it's very important to test one thing at a time. There's a lot of docs out there that say, oh, we start our guys off on testosterone, we give them HCG, we give them an AI, we give them DHEA, we give them pregnenolone, we give them this, we give them that. And it's like, logically, that makes zero sense to me. It just doesn't, okay? The testosterone itself is the thing that's gonna give you the most benefits right off the bat. Give yourself on a good dose, get feeling good, and then slowly you can add on one of these things. Don't think about blocking your estrogen. Are there some people that may have to block it? Perhaps, but these are the outliers. These are the one in 1,000, maybe, that might have some kind of an issue. And if you say, yeah, but I'm the guy, hey, I thought I was the guy too that needed to block this stuff. And when I got off and I just gave everything time to balance and started doing daily administration, I realized like that was the last thing I needed, and everything's improved across the board. So best advice I can give, just based on my experience when I got to about the 2-month mark, is stop overanalyzing it. Stop trying to complicate it. Stop trying to add a ton of stuff to this thing. Just say, hey, I feel better today than I did a month ago. And I'm sure by my 3rd month, I might feel even better than I am now. And it's just going to be a slow, gradual, steady process. And just give it the time, give it time, give it the time. If you want to add something again, one thing at a time. So that was pretty much my 2-month experience that I can recall. It has been quite some time, but I remember the beginning quite vividly. So I hope this helps.
Thanks for sharing, Danny.
You're welcome.